Every new chapter in life begins the same way, quietly. Not with fireworks. Not with applause. Not with the world cheering your name. It begins with a decision. A private, personal, internal shift so powerful that it silently divides your life into two timelines, who you've been and who you're about to become. Most people don't realize how rare this moment is. How sacred it is. How dangerous it is. Because once you make a true decision, the kind that cuts off every escape route, your old life loses its power over you. And that's where your story for 2026 starts. Not in a bank account. Not in a business plan. Not in a gym. Not in a book. It starts right here, with a decision to no longer accept a life that doesn't match your potential. 2025 was a wake-up call for millions. It reminded people that the world doesn't slow down when you feel stuck. That rents don't drop just because you're stressed. That prices don't fall because you're struggling. That opportunities don't wait politely for you to get your life together. The world continues forward fast, loud, competitive, unforgiving. AI is rewriting industries. Automation is cutting jobs. Skills are aging like milk, not wine. And the people who aren't adapting are getting left behind. But you're here listening to these words because there's something inside you whispering, "I'm meant for more than this." That whisper is the beginning of transformation. The narrator's voice sharpens, speaking directly to the version of you that will dominate 2026. You cannot walk into the future with the same habits that built your past. Because the truth is simple. Your life today is the result of your standards yesterday. Your life in 2026 will be the result of the standards you set right now. Every high achiever knows this. People don't change their lives because they buy a course, or read a book, or set a New Year's resolution. They change their lives because they raise their standards. When you raise your standards, everything else shifts. Your choices change. Your habits change. Your relationships change. Your confidence changes. Your income changes. But none of that matters until you draw the line and say, enough. Enough tolerating average. Enough repeating the same year over and over. Enough living below your potential. Enough pretending that tomorrow will magically fix what you avoid today, because you already know what low standards feel like. You felt the exhaustion of surviving instead of advancing. You felt the sting of checking your bank balance and knowing it doesn't reflect your talent. You felt the guilt of wasting days that could have changed your life. You felt the weight of knowing you're capable of more but not seeing it yet. But you've also felt something else. Something stronger. Something deeper. You felt the pull of who you could become. A version of you that wakes up with purpose. A version of you that's disciplined, focused, and consistent. A version of you that earns more, invests more, learns more, and becomes more. This version of you already exists. You just haven't met them yet. And it is about opening the door. The narrator continues, voice steady, deliberate. People don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they tolerate mediocrity from themselves. You've been patient with your excuses. You've been gentle with your procrastination. You've been understanding with your distractions. You've been lenient with your wasted time. That ends now. 2026 requires a new identity, one built on intention, not impulse. An identity that understands. Time is your most valuable asset. Discipline is a skill, not a personality trait. Consistency beats intensity. Wealth is built daily, not magically. Your habits are writing your destiny. Think of a rocket. Before it escapes Earth, it burns 90% of its fuel fighting gravity. Your gravity is your old self. Your old mindset. Your old routines. Your old environment, your old comfort zone. Breaking free will feel heavy. It will feel uncomfortable. It may even feel painful. But pressure is the birthplace of transformation. Here's what wealthy, successful people know. Success is less about what you do and more about what you're willing to stop doing. You want financial freedom? Stop spending like the old you. You want discipline? Stop feeding your distractions. You want growth? Stop negotiating with laziness. Do you want opportunities? Stop making excuses. You want a different 2026? Stop repeating 2023, 2024, and 2025. Because nothing changes until you do. And right now, at this very moment, you're standing at the beginning of two futures. One where you drift through another year, one where you reinvent everything. Which one you step into depends on a decision. The narrator's tone becomes powerful, cinematic. This is the moment where your old identity dies. Not slowly. Not gently. Completely. The identity of procrastination? Gone. The identity of playing small? Gone. The identity of waiting for motivation? Gone. The identity of scrolling instead of building? Gone. The identity of spending instead of investing? Gone. This is the death of your old self. And the birth of your next chapter. Because 2026 will not reward the strongest. It will reward the most adaptable. The most disciplined. the most self-aware, the most consistent. Your new life requires higher standards, sharper habits, cleaner focus, better decisions, stronger boundaries, ruthless accountability. Time is the single most valuable currency you possess entering 2026. Not money, not intelligence, not status. Time. And yet, most people spend it like it's infinite. They trade away hours for distractions, for low-value routines, for digital noise, and then wonder why their life never moves forward. If you want to elevate this year, if you want to rise above the mediocrity that traps millions, if you want to build momentum instead of losing it, then your mission is simple. Eliminate your time killers before they eliminate your future. Because the truth is this: your days are the DNA of your destiny. How you spend them determines your success, your wealth, your opportunities, and ultimately the life you experience. 2026 is not the year for trying. It's the year for intentional execution, and execution begins with time mastery. Step 1. Spot the invisible thieves. The most dangerous time killers are the ones you no longer even notice. The 6-second phone checks. The endless scrolling. The "I'll just watch one video" spiral. The constant notifications pulling you away from your goals. The busyness that pretends to be productivity. These habits are silent, subtle, and destructive. They don't steal hours, they steal futures. To eliminate them, you must first see them. Ask yourself, what activities drain me instead of improving me? What habits feel normal but add zero value to my life? Where does my time actually go, not where I pretend it goes? Most people don't lack time. They lack awareness of how they're wasting it. Once you see the leaks, you can finally stop them. Step 2. Use the zero ROI rule in 2026. Your standard must be ruthless. If an activity doesn't build your money, your mind, or your peace, it doesn't belong in your life. This isn't harsh. It's survival. The world is getting louder. Competition is getting faster. Opportunities are going to those who move with intention. Before you spend time on anything, ask, what return will I get from this hour? If you don't have a clear answer, it's a time killer. Your future self won't thank you for entertainment or excuses. Your future self will thank you for discipline. Step 3. Master the 3 levels of time protection. The wealthy protect time before money. The average protects comfort before anything. Your rise in 2026 depends on mastering these 3 levels. Level 1. Eliminate low-value tasks. These are activities anyone could do and none of them move your life forward. Rewriting the same messages, browsing research, that's actually procrastination. Fixing small issues that shouldn't even reach you. Doing chores during peak mental hours. If it doesn't build progress, it's dead weight. Eliminate without guilt. Level 2. Automate the repetitive. If a system, app, or AI tool can do it, let it. Automation is no longer optional. It's mandatory. Automate your financial routines, scheduling and reminders, content workflows, daily repetitive tasks. Every automated minute becomes a reclaimed minute for growth. Level 3. Delegate $10 tasks to focus on $100 tasks. This is where your life transforms. If you're still doing tasks that drain time but require little skill, you're trapping yourself in the wrong lane. Your focus belongs on high-value actions. Building your skills, creating income streams, growing your brand, improving your health, networking. Upward delegation isn't about spending money. It's about buying back your future. Step 4. Do a brutally honest time audit. For the next 48 hours, track everything you do, every minute, every action, every distraction. Then mark them: red, wasted time; yellow, neutral time; green, high-value time. Most people discover their life is built on red zones. When you confront the truth, you realize your problem was never not enough time. Your problem was leaking time, and leaks must be fixed before growth begins. Step 5. Replace time killers with time builders. Removing isn't enough, you must replace. Replace scrolling with skill building, replace consuming with creating, replace chaos with structure, replace overwhelm with prioritization, replace procrastination with action. Success isn't the absence of bad habits. Success is the presence of powerful habits. Step 6. Value your time at $500 an hour. This mindset changes everything. You rise to the value you assign to yourself. If you treat your time like it's worth $10 an hour, you'll act like it. If you treat your time like it's worth $500 an hour, your entire identity shifts. You stop tolerating nonsense. You stop giving energy to distractions. You stop saying yes to low-value requests. You stop entertaining people who drain you. Instead, you start acting strategically. You start thinking like a builder. You start protecting your minutes like treasure, because they are. Step 7. Build an environment that makes discipline easy. Your environment shapes your destiny. Create a space that supports your goals: clean workspace, organized digital life, structured routines, limited access to distractions, distance from low-value people. You rise in environments designed for greatness. You fall in environments built for comfort. Choose wisely. Step 8. Become unavailable to the wrong things in 2026. Your time must become a fortress. Become unavailable to gossip, drama, endless talking, useless debates, energy-draining people, low-value conversations. Your availability should be scarce. Your focus is sacred. Your energy is expensive. You don't need the world's approval. You need your future's approval. Discipline is the bridge between who you are today and who you're destined to become in 2026. It's the trait that separates the dreamers from the doers, the average from the elite, and the comfortable from the unstoppable. You can have the best goals, the sharpest intelligence, and the biggest ambitions, but without discipline, none of it matters. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your discipline. If you want to transform your finances, your mindset, your habits, and your life this year, then you must build a level of discipline that is unbreakable. Not a convenient discipline. Not emotional discipline. But ruthless, non-negotiable, identity-level discipline that holds even when motivation disappears, even when you're tired, even when life pressures you to quit. This act isn't about hype. It's about transformation. Let's begin. Discipline begins with identity, not willpower. Most people try to build discipline by forcing change. They say, I need to try harder. I need to push myself more. I need more motivation. But discipline doesn't start with force, it starts with identity. You must decide, who do I want to become in 2026, not what do I want to achieve? But who must I be to achieve it? Do you want to be the person who, follow through no matter what, wakes up with purpose, operates with intention instead of impulse, keep promises to themselves even when it's uncomfortable, moves with focus while others make excuses? Your habits follow your identity. Your discipline follows your standards. If you want to upgrade your results, you must upgrade who you believe you are. The moment you shift your identity from, I'm trying to be disciplined to, I am disciplined, your actions naturally align. Remove the option to quit. People fail at discipline because they leave too many escape routes. They say, I'll go to the gym if I have time. I'll read if I feel like it. I'll work on my goals if nothing comes up. That isn't discipline, that's negotiation. In 2026, you must embrace a new truth. Your discipline is not optional. It's mandatory. A pilot doesn't land the plane if he's in the mood. He lands it because he must. Your goals work the same way. When you remove the option to skip, your discipline becomes permanent. Stop relying on motivation. Start relying on non-negotiables. Make discipline easy and failure difficult. The world teaches you that discipline is about willpower. But the world is wrong. The most disciplined people don't have superhuman willpower, they have superhuman systems. Because systems reduce friction. And reduced friction increases consistency. To build ruthless discipline, you must create structures that make the right actions easy. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Block distracting apps during work hours. Schedule workouts like important meetings. Automate your investing and savings. Keep your workspace clean to eliminate mental clutter. Use one simple daily planning system. Then build systems that make failure harder. Remove toxic distractions from your environment. Limit access to low-value people. Track your habits so you feel consequences when you slip. Keep your goals visible every day. Reduce temptation instead of resisting it. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about smart design. Turn big goals into daily discipline blocks. Success isn't created in big moments. It's created in small, consistent choices repeated every single day. Your finances change through daily choices. Your health changes through daily discipline. Your mindset changes through daily consistency. Break your day into discipline blocks that move your life forward. 60 minutes of learning, 90 minutes of deep work, 30 minutes of skill practice, 45 minutes of physical training, 20 minutes of planning, 15 minutes of reflection. These small blocks compound into massive change. Average people rely on motivation. High performers rely on structure. Develop emotional discipline, the highest form of strength. Everyone talks about habit discipline. Few talk about emotional discipline. But emotional discipline is what separates the unstoppable from everyone else. In 2026, you must learn to act not based on emotion but based on decision. When you feel lazy, act anyway. When you feel overwhelmed, simplify, don't stop. When you feel anxious, slow down and breathe. When you feel unmotivated, start for 5 minutes. When you feel tempted to quit, remember that quitting is expensive. Your emotions are not your guide. They are your test. The strongest people aren't the ones who feel powerful, they're the ones who move forward even when they don't. Normalize sacrifice. Growth always demands sacrifice. Not everything but something. If you want a life that 99% of people never experience, you must be willing to do what 99% of people refuse to do. Sacrifice. Comfort, digital distraction, procrastination, old habits, unhealthy environments, low-value friendships, the need to impress strangers, short-term pleasure. Every sacrifice creates space for the person you're becoming. And here's the truth, sacrifice is temporary. The rewards are long-term. Hold yourself accountable with elite standards. Accountability is the force multiplier of discipline. You must become the kind of person who does what they said they would do, even when no one is watching. Track your days. Review your actions. Measure your progress. Confront your weaknesses. Correct your course immediately. Most people are never honest with themselves. They justify. They make excuses. They delay. But you cannot lie to your results. Your accountability determines your transformation. Discipline turns you into someone new. Here's the truth most people never hear. When you build discipline, you don't just achieve goals. You transform your identity. You become someone stronger, sharper, more focused, more resilient, more intentional, more capable. You become someone who commands their life instead of reacting to it. 2026 will not reward the talented. It will reward the disciplined. The people who show up consistently, who does the work even when no one applauds, who choose growth over comfort, who let their habits outlast their emotions. Your future self is waiting, and they are far more powerful than you realize. Now is the time to build the discipline that will carry you through this year and redefine your entire life. Every lasting transformation begins with one undeniable truth: identity. Not motivation. Not raw discipline. Not luck or timing. Identity. Who you see yourself as defines the boundaries of your potential, the trajectory of your success, and the standards you refuse to compromise. That if you see yourself as someone who merely tries, you will always struggle. If you see yourself as someone who executes, you will always win, even when strategies are imperfect, resources are limited, or the world pushes back. Identity is not arrogance. It is grounded confidence. It is the clarity that guides your actions even when the path is unclear. Starting today, you must elevate how you see yourself. Begin with these affirmations. I am someone who finishes what I start. I am someone who respects time and opportunity. I am someone who outperforms my past self every single day. This is not fake positivity. This is mental conditioning at the highest level. Champions do not wait for results to believe in themselves. They believe first, and results inevitably follow. Your income, influence, and opportunities will rise to match the identity you consistently uphold. Destroy the mindset of instant gratification. Instant gratification is the silent killer of potential. It disguises itself as comfort, pleasure, and reward, but every time you indulge, you erode your future. It is the reason people scroll endlessly instead of learning, spend instead of saving, and start projects they rarely finish. To become unstoppable in 2026, you must rewire your brain to embrace delayed gratification. Every time the urge for immediate pleasure appears, pause. Ask yourself, will this choice build my future or bury it? Replace. Scrolling, reading, reacting, planning, consuming, creating, spending, investing. Excuses, action. The wealthy tolerate discomfort. The average person avoids it. Every choice for delayed gratification is a vote for your identity as a high-value individual. These votes compound, building unstoppable momentum. Treat pressure as a tool, not a threat. Pressure is inevitable. Deadlines, responsibilities, and high-stakes decisions will arrive in waves. Most people crumble. Others sharpen. The high-value individual sees pressure not as a threat, but as proof. Proof that you are operating above your old limits. Proof that growth is happening. Proof that you are no longer defined by comfort. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, ask, is this pressure crushing me or is it shaping me? Lean into discomfort. Seek challenges that stretch your limits. Study risks, take calculated action, and let pressure mold you into someone stronger. Growth hides behind discomfort, and identity is what allows you to harness it. Finalize the mindset of relentless consistency. Motivation is fleeting. Talent is overrated. Consistency is the superpower that turns average individuals into elite performers. Showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, will always beat sporadic bursts of effort. Consistency is not about long hours, it's about unbroken chains of small, deliberate actions. In 2026, your daily routines are the bricks of your future. 30 minutes of focused learning daily, 15 minutes of planning and reflection, 1 hour of deep work or skill building daily, 5 small, intentional habits repeated without fail. Small, consistent actions create momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence strengthens identity. Identity fuels results. Your wealth, health, and influence will be the sum of these unwavering choices. Strengthen emotional control. Discipline without emotional mastery is fragile. High-performing individuals do not let emotions dictate their actions. Emotions are tools, information, not instructions. In 2026, master emotional discipline. When anxiety rises, breathe and refocus. When fear appears, analyze and act strategically. When frustration hits, maintain calm and keep moving. When temptation calls, remember the identity you are building. Money, influence, and opportunities respond to clarity, not chaos. Emotional strength multiplies your impact silently, creating a foundation for consistent success. Build ruthless standards. Your results are a reflection of your standards. Low standards produce low results. High standards produce high results. Raise your standards in every dimension. Time, protect it like the non-renewable asset it is. People. Surround yourself with high-value, growth-oriented individuals. Habits. Only adopt routines that compound into success. Goals. Set objectives that stretch you beyond comfort. Self-talk. Speak to yourself as a high-value individual would. Daily affirmation. I refuse to live a low-standard life. When standards are high, mediocrity becomes intolerable. Progress becomes inevitable. Execute relentlessly. Identity, emotional mastery, consistency, and standards are only powerful if they manifest in action. High-value individuals do not overanalyze. They act. They iterate. They adjust and move forward, no matter the uncertainty. Every day is a chance to reinforce your identity through deliberate action. Every task completed, every habit maintained, every choice aligned with your goals signals, I am the person who builds, who executes, who dominates. Execution transforms belief into reality. Curate your environment. You are the average of the people, inputs, and environments you allow into your life. To become high value, your surroundings must reflect the identity you are building. Limit exposure to energy-draining people. Consume media that educates, inspires, and elevates. Organize spaces physical and digital to reinforce focus and purpose. Your environment must work for you, not against you. It is a constant reminder of who you are becoming. Your future self is waiting. Adopting the identity of a high-value individual is not temporary, it is a permanent upgrade. Your habits, decisions, and opportunities will align with the identity you uphold. Ask yourself, who am I becoming in 2026? Then act like that person today. Build the habits, enforce the standards, embrace challenges, and take relentless action. High-value individuals do not drift. They do not wait. They do not hope for luck. They execute. They endure. They build. Final cinematic message. Identity is the engine behind wealth, influence, and freedom. Upgrade it and everything else follows. Habits, decisions, income, and opportunities. In 2026, ordinary will no longer suffice. Mediocrity will be invisible but devastating. High-value individuals see it, reject it, and rise above. Adopt the identity. Live the standards. Execute relentlessly. Your 2026 self is already waiting. Step into them. Who you are becoming is far more important than what you are chasing. If you want 2026 to be the year you finally break free from average financial results, the year you step into true wealth creation, you need more than motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Luck is unreliable. What you need is a blueprint, a deliberate, repeatable system that removes chaos, brings clarity, and allows your money to grow predictably. Wealth is never an accident. It is the outcome of conscious, strategic decisions executed consistently over years. The people who achieve financial freedom in their 20s, 30s, and beyond all share one thing in common. They follow a blueprint that works, even when the world doesn't. The narrator's voice sharpens as the screen shifts to sleek, cinematic visuals. This is the blueprint. Build it now, execute it relentlessly, and 2026 will become your breakthrough year. Build your controlled cash flow system. Most people spend emotionally and save accidentally. Wealthy individuals do the opposite. They spend intentionally and save mechanically. This is the foundation of all financial growth. Your cash flow must be designed to remove impulse and emotion from the equation. Divide your income automatically into 4 essential buckets. Essentials: 50% rent, utilities, groceries, transportation. No lifestyle creep. Not now. Discipline in this category creates freedom later. Investments: 20 to 30%. This is your wealth engine. Allocate to index funds, ETFs, blue chip stocks, or other long-term vehicles. The key is consistency, not timing. Savings: 10%. Build an emergency buffer. 3 to 6 months of living expenses gives peace of mind and shields you from unexpected shocks. Personal freedom: 10%. Yes, enjoyment is part of the blueprint. If you never budget for fun, fun becomes your largest source of debt. Discipline without reward is unsustainable. Your cash flow must be ruled by automation, not emotion. Waiting for extra money to invest ensures it never gets invested. Make the system automatic and your future self will thank you daily. Design your 2026 income expansion plan. Saving protects you, but increasing income frees you. To create unstoppable financial momentum, build a plan around 3 income pillars. Pillar A: core income. Your job or business, your primary income must grow. Focus on measurable impact, ask for raises backed by clear performance data, acquire one high-income skill every 60 days, eliminate low-value tasks, tie your work to outcomes, not hours. Your compensation should reflect value created, not time spent. Pillar B: scalable income. Digital, online, or entrepreneurial. 2026 belongs to those who build scalable systems. Digital products or courses, freelancing with AI leverage, consulting, affiliate marketing, micro agencies or service businesses, personal brand monetization. This is not a second job, it's a second income stream designed to grow independently of your time. Pillar C: passive or semi-passive income. Long-term wealth comes from money working for you. Dividend-paying stocks, index funds, REITs, real estate investment trusts, high-quality crypto if within your risk tolerance, automated online businesses or funnels. Even $50 a month invested consistently compounds into meaningful wealth over time. Build your 2026 investment engine. Money sitting idle loses value to inflation. A blueprint without investment is a plan for stagnation. The 60-30-10 wealth allocation model is simple, predictable, and powerful. 60% foundation. S&P 500, global index funds. Low risk, historically strong, emotionally safe. 30% growth assets. Tech, AI, robotics, renewable energy. These sectors dominate the next decade. 10% high risk, high reward. Startups, top 10 crypto or personal ventures. Only invest what you can afford to lose. The investment rule for 2026. Invest weekly. Not when you feel like it. Wealth grows through consistent action, not emotional timing. Build your 2026 protection system. Money takes years to earn but can vanish in seconds. Protect your wealth like an elite athlete protects their body. Your protection system includes emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Non-negotiable. Insurance that matters, health, income protection, business liability, if applicable. Cover the gaps that can destroy your progress. Spending firewall. Every non-essential purchase must pass the 48-hour rule. Impulse fades with time. Credit score optimization, not for vanity, strategy. A strong credit score lowers interest, makes loans accessible, and provides financial flexibility. Your credit score is not a reflection of wealth. It's a tool for wealth. Your 2026 net worth tracker. The most powerful financial habit is simple: track your net worth monthly, because what you measure improves and what you ignore decays. Track total assets, total liabilities, income streams, monthly savings rate, investment growth, debt reduction. Seeing your numbers rise is addictive, reinforcing the blueprint and turning discipline into momentum. Build your 2026 wealth identity. Numbers are important, but the final pillar is identity. Who you become dictates what you achieve. Adopt these principles. I'm someone who invests consistently. I respect my time more than my impulses. I choose long-term rewards over short-term dopamine. I do hard things even when I don't feel like it. Wealth is built by identity first, behavior second, and money third. Your daily actions will naturally align with the person